Welcome to the Cape Leeuwin Lighthouse. This is where southern meet. This is the past 7.5 and 6. Child 3.5. It's the souvenir shop.
Alright, so that is your entry ticket. You can be at the base of the lighthouse for 5 o'clock. I'm looking forward to showing you through. Alright, thank you. Do the heritage pass will actually go inside the tower.
We must walk through the lighthouse. Then this. Also a lodge here, cottage. The like keeper's cottage. And here there's two oceans meet, Pacific Ocean and Indian Ocean. So this lighthouse guiding the two oceans. And they put a lot of information along this way to the lighthouse. They built on 1895. You can see the sign above the door. This should be the most northern part of Australia. Yeah, it should be like this. The southern part, the most southern part. It's about 50 meters from sea level. Yeah, right there.
Just we've got a group about to exit the lighthouse. Well, welcome to Cape Leeuwin, everybody. My name's Claire. I'm going to be your guide while we have a quick look through the tower. Before we go inside, I just want to really acknowledge where we are standing. So we're on the southmost westerly tip of mainland Australia. You can't get any further southwest than where we are. And it's a pretty unique spot in the sense that we've got two oceans either side of us. We've got the Indian Ocean to our left and the Southern Ocean to our right. We've also got two coastlines. That's the western coast of Australia and that's the southern coast of Australia. So we're at the point where they both meet. Now we know this place is Leeuwin, and it got the name Leeuwin from a Dutch ship completely off course back in 1622. As it was sailing down the coast of Western Australia, it didn't stop. It thought, oh, just a bit of barren land. But it did write this area on its nautical maps, and it gave it the name Leeuwin. Thereafter, any other ships that sailed into these waters would have referred to it as Leeuwin. Now, when Matthew Flinders circumnavigated the whole of Australia, he tagged Cape onto it just to make it a little tad more fancy, and it became Cape Leeuwin thereafter. But way before any European settlers moved to the area, the local indigenous people, the Wudowni people, they would refer to this place as Dougalup, which means place of wind. This is quite an apt day. This morning when I was doing tours, it was very, the wind was very mild, so I'm glad it's picked up a bit. All right then, so that's what makes this spot so unique. Now the reason we have lighthouses is to warn shipping of treacherous conditions, because going out 7 kilometres along the Indian Ocean, you've got little granite outcrops, and you can see a bit of that granite poking its head up there. And that made it quite treacherous for shipping. The township of Augusta became a European settlement back in 1830. They needed supplies. Those supplies would have come from Fremantle, sailed down the side of this coast of Western Australia, either stopped at the port of Hamlin or the port of Flinders. And between 1830 and 1895, they lost 21 ships during that time. So they petitioned the colonial government and said, look, we need a lighthouse for us to survive down here. It took them about 10 or so years to get the funding, and the funding was primarily due to the gold rush in Kalgoorlie that was taking place at that time, that they had the surplus funds to build this lighthouse. And as we can see here, on the 13th of December 1895, the foundation stone was laid. A mere 12 months later, on the 10th of December 1896, this lighthouse was fully operational and up and running. Right, we're just waiting for the last of Bruce's group to come out. Just to let you know, no food and drink or gum or lollies are allowed in the lighthouse, only water. So if you are chewing any gum, that does need to go in the bin by the door. I'll just see how Bruce is doing. There we go, Bruce is all finished. Made it clean and tidy for us. Alright, if you'd like to come in and wait at the base, that will be wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so I've got a tiny bit of health and safety to impart. So this fly screen is now locked, and it needs to be locked for the duration of the tour. So the lighthouse is owned and managed by the Australian Maritime Safety Authority. We have permission to run tours in here as long as we know who's in here at any given time. So I've locked the door, so if you do need to come downstairs for any reason, just wait here. We'll only be about 5-10 minutes behind you. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so we're currently standing on 7 metres of foundation. So the granite that created all those shipwrecks, they thought, ooh, that'd be a really sturdy stone to build our lighthouse. But it turned out it had been damaged in the various ice ages, so they had to dig down 7 metres to get firm granite. Poured lots of concrete on the top. We've now got 7 metres of foundation beneath us. If you look out the windows, these walls down at the base of the lighthouse are 2 metres in thickness. And the lighthouse was constructed by local Tamil limestone. It was quarried literally just a kilometre from where we're standing, brought across by a bullock and cart. Fly loves me. And then cut it to a template and put into place. So that's the local aspect to do with this lighthouse. The actual workings and the infrastructure of the lighthouse all came from the United Kingdom, came from a company called the Chance Brothers. They were one of the go-to people to get your lighthouses back in the 1800s. And it worked on a clockwork mechanism. And if you're thinking clockwork, like a cuckoo clock, you wind a lead weight up, counterweight comes down, over time they change position. And that's exactly the same here. So as you can see, there is 150 kilo lead weight. Now this is one of the original lead weight. The lighthouse, when the light was burning, the lighthouse keeper would wind this up every 2 hours, and that would turn gears which would turn the lenses. So that's how the lenses worked. And the light itself is a kerosene lantern, and the kerosene would have been stored in this big cupboard here. And every time the lighthouse keeper went up and downstairs, he'd be expected to carry 4 gallons of kerosene each time. So that's 20 litres he would have ended up carrying. It would have been yes. And also I've worked out that they wouldn't have been able to do it that way, they'd have to go sideways. Because there we go, very fit. Anyway, good for them. Back in 1982, we finally got electricity down this in this part of the world, and this site became fully automated. So they didn't need to keep lugging up that kerosene during that time. So in here now, we saw back with the 3 or 4 big batteries. So when we get power outages, which we tend to do in the winter months, they give us power for 3 or 4 days. And either that time the electricians mended the problem, or we've got a generator on site to ensure the light carries on burning and the lenses continue to turn. Alright then, so we have 176 spiral staircases to walk up. We're going to walk up 90, have a break, walk up 60, have another break, walk up the final 26, and then all being well, we get a good 5 minutes up onto the balcony. All good? By step 80, your legs will start to tell you that they're not enjoying this, so that is perfectly normal. All good? I've got you little people here then. Alright, let's start this climbing.
Casino. No, that's correct. But I really wasn't sitting it anyway. Please give you a proposal. All right, thank you.
I know, don't you worry, I also would want to. Am I counting? Each flight of 30, that helps. Very good. Round about here, they start to yell at you.
You reckon?
Yeah. Mine do anyway. Alright then, so the reason we stop is not just so that we can catch our breath, it's because we've got the best view of the precinct from inside the tower here. And you've got 3 cottages, which meant 3 lighthouse keepers lived on site. There would have been a head lighthouse keeper, 2 sub-lighthouse keepers. They would have worked a shift pattern through 4 hours on, 8 hours off. Squeeze up anymore. Keep going round. Lovely. Keep going round. Perfect. Okay, so what we're looking looking at is the original clockwork mechanism for this light. This is what came. There you go. Keep going round a little bit.
You can see there's a color around this side. It's beautiful out here.
This way, that's kilometers an hour.
What's the worst?
So I've never been given really bad. I have been really good out. Kind of really wet and steamy.
We already finished the tour. It's explained how it built, how it started, and yeah, from the used wood, then change it to electricity. It's over 100 years old. Yeah, but the view here is awesome. There's Indian Ocean, then there's the Southern Ocean. So ocean meet at here. This erected by Augusta Prince Royal Family, Southwest. Yeah. This is the direction and how far. And here you can see the sign, Southern Ocean, Indian Ocean. It's a beautiful landscape, beautiful view, beautiful panorama. Was so beautiful. It's very nice. Big car. So this is the lighthouse keeper cottage. There's a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Actually, there's a 3. And later on they add extra another one, so it's 4 keepers. But later again they said they don't need the 4th keeper, so they still use 3. Then they demolish the cottage. Okay, this is it. Back to the car and continue to another place. Maybe another sunset. I don't know yet. Let's see.